just coming on for like about half hour to an hour. See what kind of juice I got. See what we working with. See how everybody's doing. Checking out how y'all going for it. We gonna see what we working with. We're doing this world premiere, so we're gonna be on for a little while. If I see anybody coming through, I'm gonna talk for a moment. So we're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna hit talk to you right now. See if anybody wanna come. We're gonna have this live stream. Let me put stuff right. See if anybody come through. If I don't see nobody coming through, I'm not gonna be on all day. We just if you're on, we're gonna talk about it. If we're gonna be about it. I'm trying to send their messages out, so hopefully people wanna down. So anybody wanna come through and talk? I keep hitting this button because I gotta get people to see what's up. So if you are on about and you wanna talk, let's talk it through. Get some views, get some clicks, see what we're dealing with. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday already. Hope it's a good day. Be safe, be careful. It's a holiday for some people. For some people, they're boycotting. All depends on which way you're looking at it. Um, you know, I understand the argument both ways, sideways, turn ways. I get it. You know, some people are tired of both teams. Believe it or not, some people are actually tired of Philadelphia too, because they don't really hit with them for different reasons. So all depends though. Um, we'll see. Some people want to watch the halftime show because they just want to hear "Not Like Us" to see if that gets actually played. That's their Super Bowl. Some people care about both the game and the show. Some people only care about the show, and some people don't like Kansas City, don't like Philadelphia, and don't like Kendrick Lamar. So you might have that rare situation. That's all. All depends on which way you coming down with it. But anyway, if you're coming through today, give me a shout out. Take the poll. I'll be here for a minute. I'll see what it's like. If I see anybody coming through, I'll be here more than 30 minutes. If not, I'll keep it to like a half. If I get a good buzz, I'll make it an hour. What's up, you can? Oh, same to you too. I'm in the UK too. Same to you too. Thank you for coming through. What part are you coming from? Do tell me. Appreciate your words and your kindness. Bless your soul. Thank you for that message. I like it when people have friendly, nice, warm, soulful messages. That helps my day. North Yorkshire. I'm on the Isle of Wight. So, okay. Thank you. I'm going to check that place out. Heard a lot about Yorkshire. So, per- glad to have you come through. How's your day been? It's good to have people coming through and keeping it up. Okay. Not much. What's happening with you? Do tell. Do tell. Do tell. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we can complain and it's good. It's healthy to vent. Ain't nothing wrong with venting. I welcome as long as you're respectful, but we all vent. We all have frustrations. We have madness. We all have things that tick our boxes. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. And it's so unfortunate too, because some people have them in their legs and joints, and it really is. I really am. I'm sending prayers for you though. Hope that you'll get better, but it takes time. Those things are sneaky. Sometimes they just sit there, and it's really tough psychologically. I think it is. I've been around long enough to have heard better songs that were diss tracks or songs of the years, and I'm not quite getting it like that. Not to win no 5 Grammys, not to where it's the end all be all. Because a lot of pervs out here want to say A minor, and I'm like, come on now. That's all that really people care about that song. That's it. Now, when you start winning Pulitzer Prize awards and you're seen as some kind of like black version of Beethoven, or not Beethoven, but Shakespearean, I expect a little bit more deeper than that. I just do. Yeah, they are painful, and joints in different parts they can definitely be. It's no joke. It's no joke. It's no joke. Appreciate you, Mr. Arthur. Thank you for coming through. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully you'll come by again. Again, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I got to date myself when I say this, and not just because I hold him in high regard, but when Michael Jackson dominated, and he made them have to be hip. That era, you had great art. I remember I was watching the awards one year when Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson, Al Jarreau, and I'm like, where has that gone? Well, Gladys Knight, where is that era? Billy Ocean also got nominated. Where has that era gone? Stevie Wonder won, which was corny for Part Time Lover, even though he dominated the '70s. I love that era, not no Part Time Lover, no Luther, who did sing the hook on Part Time Lover. But it's been so long since when Aretha Franklin felt in for Pavarotti and did that concerto. I love that. I remember when Lauryn Hill won all those awards and Madonna. When they started giving up more awards, because it's some strange stuff how some artists got more Grammys than about 3 or 4 artists combined. There's some strange stuff that, you know, I just find it peculiar. I I'm just shaking my head, you know. I mean, I cringe, Some of that stuff just makes me cringe. So, yeah. So I don't waste my time watching it. And I don't understand why anybody under 25 would waste their times going on that wax show. Because if you grew up in a file sharing, downloading era, why are you even wasting your time with the industry or the award shows? Why? Like when I see somebody like Sabrina Carpenter and Billie Eilish, why are you even there? Why? Why? You know, if you've been around 20 or more years in the industry. But if you less than you're like last decade, why are you messing with the awards again? Why? I remember they gave Lupe Fiasco that token award because independent artist. Well, if you're an independent artist, why are you messing with the Grammys? I don't get it. I like him, but I think that the song is overplayed and it's a bit much. And I just, and again, he been around for a minute and he's had strong songs, but it's again, it's a bit much though. But we'll see though. We shall see. You know. But no, I don't watch the shows. Mm-mm, I don't watch the show. So we shall see. I'm just curious if Kendrick can pull it off live. That's all on that stage because it's a whole different theatrics of how that hits. So we shall see. Well, no, it won't be the same because Shaquan Barkley didn't play the last time. You know, um, you know, um, it was a competitive Super Bowl the last time, and also was the first time two black quarterbacks had ever started in the Super Bowl against each other. So it had historical implications. This Super Bowl is going to be interesting to what the quarterbacks do. Jalen Hurts never gets his due, so this is huge. Mahomes can make history. Excuse me. Mahomes is in a situation where all he can do is make, it only adds to his legacy and his resume. Either way you look at it, he's a compelling figure. So it's compelling. So all depends on how you look at it. I don't look at it as boring. All their Super Bowls have been competitive except for the one against Tampa Bay. But Mahomes, the only guy I know in that Tampa Bay Super Bowl, there was still a thought, could he come back from being down so much? But his run is incredible. Well, he's got a budget. That's what that means in English. And he also was on that stage show for Dr. Dre's out in LA. So I expect with the kind of budget, he's gonna probably have the pyro. I imagine he will be elaborate. Usher had an elaborate show. I mean, there've been artists who've had elaborate shows. Madonna had an elaborate. You know, if you're a big time artist, you come to the Grammys as part of doing the Grammys. You don't. I mean, not the Grammys, the Super Bowl. You don't go there and do a tin can like you're in a parking lot. You make it shine. So I'd imagine he would. He made the money, so he should put it into the project. So we'll see. We shall see. Appreciate everyone coming through so far though. 33% saying the Super Bowl. I think it'll be split. Appreciate everyone that's coming through, taking the time out today. Hope you're safe and well no matter where you are in the world. Thank you for watching. And if you got any comments you want to say, throw them at me. For the most part, just household things, the day-to-day grind, just with life you have to one day at a time, you know. Some things you want, some things you gotta wait on, one day at a time. But I'm blessed. It can always be worse. I talk to people all the time. They've got this and that going. So don't ever think that you got it bad. Someone can come along and make what you think is bad seem minor. Ironically saying minor. But anyway, just saying. So no, one day at a time. So that's all I can ever say. That's all I ever tell anybody. I ain't no, I'm not projecting nothing because you just don't know how life is. And these days and times, you really have to be smart and use common sense, just be wise, so I don't get caught up in that. I think ahead as always. However, at the same time, I think logically. I don't used to be you just do all this, all that, and then you get burnt out. So that's all. So that's all. But you know, just be smart with stuff. That's all. But I like what you said about the grandma. Always make sure your leg is long enough for the step. That's what my your grandmother that was 100% accurate. Because so many times we come a foot short and a toe late. It's kind of like the Kevin Durant situation against Milwaukee where he missed that 3-pointer by an inch. And the Baltimore Ravens, remember, dude caught the ball and he was a foot out of bounds against Kansas City. Got to always make sure that you keep yourself planted because you never know how it's going to land. What's happening? Good to see you, Will. Thanks for coming through. How did they try to pull well, first of all, the fact that y'all were going to pull the trigger on Connect, which that was on y'all. Y'all the ones guilty of pulling a fast one too, because y'all wanted that dude, and he ain't that good. But I think that the Lakers are looking for a serviceable. Actually, it backfires on y'all because y'all didn't get y'all big. That's when y'all go against Jokic and Chad Hogan, y'all gonna get clapped up in the middle. So y'all gonna be small, you know. Yeah, they did. They did. The Lakers did. Good luck with trying to tell Connect that you like him though. Cat's gonna be gone when he first gets a bag. He gonna be gone. He should be on the East Coast anyway, though. His style doesn't really fit in the West. So think you fit the way games are played today. But that's a bad look for the Lakers though, because they thought they had a steal. That's a bad one. But the Hornets weren't trying to pull nothing. No one can be hoodwinked by a lousy team. Till he got hurt. But I told you if he's healthy, that's a steal for Dallas. He gonna fit good. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna make a bold statement that's a hot take. If AD played regular and didn't get hurt so much, he'd be a top 15 player ever. Because I'm gonna tell you why. He's more athletic than Jokic. He's a more naturally skilled player than Giannis, and he's more versatile than Joel Embiid. But he ain't in the. But because of his injuries and how he shrinks, that's why. Um, I was watching. If you ever heard of the magazine The Source, Benzino, Zeno was on, I think, Real Life Productions, and I think he nailed it. It was the NBA that pulled this move. I don't think it was just the Mavericks. I think it was the powers that be. They talk a good game. Let me be real with you. Oklahoma and Cleveland would be a great NBA Finals, but that's not where they want to go. Stephen A. Smith, he's going to fit good with Golden State because you know why? Do you know why? Have you ever watched any of my live streams before? If you've never seen my live streams, I'm a Miami Heat fan. And I've told people that Jimmy Butler is not an alpha. He's a strong sidekick, a high second, low first tier player. Now he's in his element. Now he gets to play with the guy who's a great player who can lead the way. He ain't got to do no, he all he got to do is what he do. he gonna feed off of Curry. It's gonna be great because he's in a situation where he don't have to be the man. He's not that alpha. Curry takes the load off of you. I ain't gonna go out there. They'll win some games. Let's not get ridiculous. They not winning no chip, but they will be a problem. If they play defense and Curry can, if they balance off enough of each other, they'll be a problem. And but the key is that when those other guys got to step up too, Buddy Hill, those other guys, when you make Buddy Hill like the third or fourth best option, then you'll get the best of him. But you got to have top tier guys that'll make that happen. You can't have, you got to have it. So that's all. But anyway, the Luca trade to me feels like it was an institutionalized move. Feel like the industry, like the powers that be said, "Hey, we got to make this happen." That's how I feel. Even though he did come off fat and lazy and lethargic, but still just saying that though. So that best team in the West, maybe in the NBA. Shea's the MVP, and with Chad Hogan coming back, and Shea be dropping them fifties like it ain't nothing. He got such a smooth, cold game. I'm pulling for them to go to the finals, but I'm telling you, the powers that be want a big city. You act like the Bucks are going to come out the East. He don't change the needle. They still stuck with Doc Rivers. They still stuck with Damian Lillard. They don't play no defense. They ain't never gonna replace Drew Holiday, you know. So underrated move? How? No. The move was that move that Cleveland made to get Hunter. That was the move. That was a smart move by Cleveland. No. Well, with Cleveland's GM, he's doing the thing right now. The Cavs got it going on. When you could stick 5 or 6 guys that can go for 20 every night, you gonna win. So, that's who I'm impressed with. Kuzma doesn't move the needle. He scores a bit more points, but that's not Milwaukee's problem. They don't play no defense. Yeah, but I like him though. I like him. But see, the problem is that Cleveland is so well stacked that aside from Donovan Mitchell, and you might know Jared Allen, you really ain't that familiar with them. So that's what makes them dangerous. They can give you 5 fresh dudes that can go for 20 on you. That's a tough team to beat. So that's how I look at them. That's what I said. Hunter is a great pickup. Smart move. The GM there did the thing. Well, he ain't gonna average no 40 on no 70%, but he's playing better than he should. But see, that's the problem with him. He puts on a show and then he gets hurt. And then you get teased by him. Well, if you're in the league 5, 10 years, you are become what you become and you don't get better. So yeah, but that's what people want. They want to be teased. That's what they'll settle for. He got to get his teammates better. He's got to demand more. He's got to put the work in. It was done politically. Benzino was actually right. Because the thing is this, they're not getting rid of the 3 ball. They're not gonna get rid of ISO, but they want names to be names. So, you know, as long as Luca's in LA, that's a W for the league. It's political. Doesn't happen by accident. They ain't bring no new eyes to me because it just makes me see how fake the league is even more. I mean, of course you bring a big name to a big market. That's a duh. But when you have the OKCs and the Clevelands in the finals, that's real basketball. They a good team, not great. They need something else though. They're not where they should be though. I'm not that impressed. Not that impressed. Not the way they play defense. They had some defense with their offense. Who can they beat? Now, they're not beating Denver. Um, so I'm gonna give you a twofold. If Philadelphia wins, 33-24, and if Kansas City wins, um, 31-21. Because I think if Kansas City wins, they put a beat on them. I think Philadelphia wins by 9. I think Kansas City win by 10. It depends. Kansas City don't turn the ball over and can move it. They do. It's the old Bulls, but the difference is that Sabonis is not an old Bull. His style, but I don't know if they can win around though. That's asking a tall task. They'll show them as long as America wants her. As long as she stays America's sweetheart, she's there. But she this the thing, unless they get dealt with. I'm not happy with it because I think Saquon Barkley should have gotten it, and I think that Josh and Lamar should have had a draw. I don't think he deserves MVP this year. You make a stronger case for him last year. What's the use of him playing non-turnover football? And he had good stats, but they still found a way to lose Kansas City again. He beat Lamar, and he really didn't beat Lamar. The Ravens should have won that game. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. Dude drops that 2-point convert. The same thing that they beat the Ravens with, they lost to Kansas City with 2-point conversions. So what am I getting excited about? And he didn't tear him up. He just didn't make no mistakes. There's a difference. I'm glad he won it, but I don't think he should have, and I thought it should have been a draw with him. But I think Saquon Barkley got robbed out of everybody. I'm not impressed. He played pretty good. Aside from that fumble, because interception didn't work against him. That fumble was the one that worked against him. But he did that last. Did you see the last drive? He threw a touchdown. He looked pretty good. But why did they run Derrick Henry 25, 30 times? I'll never know. Play calling. And you would too. Spend all your life in Beijing. You want out of there too. I mean, the guy is riding away. Shoot, you're gonna be like 38 and you win what? You have win 38 wins in all your career and you've been in like 18 years. You want out of there too. They suck. They ain't got no quarterback. Coaches acting like they just getting paid to look the other way. It's embarrassing. I don't blame him. He's a top tier, top flight player. You know, his career is being wasted. So, and when your career is being wasted, you got to make that move. Okay. That's the problem. That's like being the singer Joe. I remember Joe Thomas. You got treated like Dave Thomas, became a Wendysburg and got beat up. They had a good center. Okay, so the Celtics look bored right now. We'll see. We'll see. They should come out the East because of the talent what they got. But if they don't, Cleveland gonna be a problem. You know, Porzingis is huge. And the bench will be huge. Those basic keys. I think the Thunder come out the West though. Them young legs is not playing. They look they're on a mission. What's that? How you doing, Daltons? Well, I got a problem with you trolling, so you got to go. I don't do trolls. That's a far as a coordinator goes, not as a head coach. But because they ran into a problem with their offense stopped producing. They started off the season really good last year, and then after that Philadelphia game, they fell off. So, but we'll see. But I need to know who's their quarterback. Alvin Kamara's got to be on the downside of his career. It's too many unanswered questions. I'm not expecting nothing with the Saints. Faking what? What does that mean, Daltons? Appreciate all the votes so far. Glad people are coming through. That's because you got an owner and a GM who don't know what they're doing. When you let top flight leave you, this is what you get. This is what you get. Success don't go out the window when you know what you're doing. See, when Jerry Jones flexed on Jimmy Johnson, that was different. What he flexing with now, he looks ridiculous. And you lose a coach, you lost your coach. And the guys then gone along and they're doing better without you. And they're going to keep doing better without you because they got better quarterbacks, better system, better structure, better teams. Washington and Philadelphia should be good to go for the next 3 or 4 years. So that's how I look at that. But that's typical Dallas, though. Anyway, that's great news. I'm glad he's come back. Um, Nothing really. Just looks like a standard pat for the Cowboys. They like somebody that's a whipping boy. If he's half as good as his daddy, you'll win a lot of games, but you won't win nothing. But you'll win games. But all depends on what you want. I don't have no expectations for the Cowboys. I think this is one of them Kyle Shanahan type of things where you get somebody who can look like all in the family. All problem with Dallas, though, you're not better than what Washington's going to have going forward, and you're not going to be better than Philadelphia. And then there's Detroit, Minnesota. So you're one of those second tier teams that you're lucky. You know, he has to get guys up to speed and playing at their levels. Good luck with that, though. Dak's gonna become injury prone. He's a decade into his career. Usually guys don't get better. Wow, you gave me 4. Wow. I'm starting Edge. That ain't saying nothing. The Giants got Danny DeVito or whatever turkeys at quarterback. That ain't nothing to get excited about. Your starting quarterback went to Minnesota and he sucked. I wouldn't want to be compared to the Giants. And being better than the Giants ain't nothing to get excited about. James start, bench, Edrin. There I go. And then you can cut McCoy or Portis. I don't really try to watch Shady McCoy because he do be talking up like he had to. See, this is the problem, right? You got some of these turkeys that act like you didn't watch them play, like you got amnesia. And I'm like, you were good, but you weren't that dude. Shady McCoy reminds me of another former Philadelphia Eagles player named Ricky Waters who played for the 49ers and the Eagles. And the talk was a lot deeper than the actual reality. You know, we don't put you in the same context with some of these real legends of the game. You did your thing, but let's not get ridiculous. I mean, granted, you do earn your blazer. You ain't like Chris Sims or somebody that was a buster, Sean Salisbury, or or um, um, what's his butt? His brother used to play for the Seahawks, the Super Bowl, but his brother sucked. I can't think it right now. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Um, oh God, his wife, what the dude's wife that's on The View. I can't think right now. But anyway, um, you know, like I don't remember your career. Like your career ain't nothing but a YouTube 2 minute clip if you're talking like you had all this going for you. Man, please. So anyway, I don't like it when cats be talking that talk. They act like you don't remember their whack career. And I remember your whack career. Someone's gonna write down. We had something here that got my attention. There was something that I got. Yeah, it's just that he don't get no TV time. Ask yourself, take that up with them why they won't put him on TV. He should. But McCoy crossed over. McCoy got to Kansas City, got the ring, played with Bill, got a lot of exposure. Right place, right time. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. But it tell you there's politics involved all the time. Mm. You know, playmakers and be in the right situation. But again, you what you remember and what they push is two different agendas. He did, but he ain't better than Brian Westbrook. But he bought himself TV time and he comes across like the cat that talks a lot of smack. So they got him on there. It can happen. But you don't never hear nobody saying Shady McCoy is one of the 10 greatest running backs now, do you? Yeah, well, sometimes it be that way. Time it be that way. Don Beebe went to 5 straight Super Bowls. Buffalo and he went to Green Bay and he won. So, you know, Charles Haley won. Some guys just be in the right place, right time. So I don't put a lot of stock in it. Who really makes Super Bowl wins, except for quarterbacks, an argument? You know, Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice got the same amount of Super Bowl rings, But only Skip Bayless thinks that Michael Irvin was better than Jerry Rice. That's it. And his family. That's it. That's it. Rice went to 4, 3-1. But he dominated in so many other ways that Mm. Please continue to hit the like, subscribe, keep on taking the poll. 40% says neither. That's pretty impressive. I can understand that too. And we got a lot of posters out here. Do you like Yeah, because we're in an era where there is no more mystery. Um, I mean, and chances are Catherine already knew they were gonna get picked up on by 6th, 7th game of the season. It did the actually when it gets to postseason, it's already but a done deal. Sure, why not? Used to be a time in the NBA they could draft guys out of college a year ahead, i.e. Magic Johnson, i.e. Larry Bird. So why not? I mean, you know you're gonna go after someone, so why not? I heard what he said. Did you hear what Michael Irvin said in return? Did you hear what he said in return? Because he clapped him hard. He clapped him hard. It was the coldest. That's one of the coldest diss comebacks I ever heard. I'm gonna do a video about that. That was funny too, because he said, "Yeah," because I had to carry all them rings, and I was like, my hands were stuffed. That was cold, and I loved it too. That's when the diss track went off the rails, and then it got snapped in half. He was. That's why Skip Bayless thinks he's the greatest receiver ever. I ain't gonna go that far, but I'm gonna tell you this: they're not the team they are if they don't have him. He had Alvin Harper looking scary, and he beat you on one-on-ones, and he was a handful. He was clutch. They should have retired his jersey. I don't understand why they didn't. He was a winner's winner. I don't always go for the Randy Macho snorting he be doing like, "Wow, wow," and then I be wondering what he be snorting. But as far as his play on the field, he was the truth. Except against my Bills because I couldn't stand it. But that guy was physical, big, strong, agile, run you over. Drew Pearson was bad too. That's a different era though. You watch Pearson and Staubach, that was like watching a honeymoon. That was like watching, you know, they both should have had their jerseys retired. But if you didn't retire Pearsons, which you should have, you should have definitely retired Irvins. Shouldn't have been no Dez Bryant and no CeeDee Lamb. They don't deserve to wear them jerseys. That's how I feel. And you can quote me on that. Anybody got a problem with it? Let me know. Actually, I got inspired to do a video because of that number. I'm gonna do a football video. I think Brandon Marshall got more out of his career. Diz should have been better though. That's how I word it. Diz got after that whole thing in Green Bay, that was it of his career. Marshall but he was a head case too, but he could play. But Diz should have been bigger though. When you play for Dallas, you should always be bigger. Just par for the course. So that's how I look at it. J. Morant, probably talking trash. He talked too much. He talked too much. He need to be low key. Ja almost got people forgetting that he still matters in this league. That's how bad things have gotten with Ja. Because even though Memphis is a top tier team, no one is taking them serious enough. And that's one of the reasons because people are looking at Shay's. Shay done pretty much made you forget Ja. So Ja got to get it back where he gets it back on the court. And he don't need no distractions. He need not be the distraction. That's dumb stuff. It's dumb. Just idiotic. You can root for your side. And you can have issue with the calls, but you can't you can't do dumb stuff. That's just dumb. And believe me, Adam Silver and the powers that be don't want to give Memphis no breaks. You know why. You know why. So you do something stupid and dumb, they gonna see to it that you stay in the stupid and dumb pile. They don't want to give you no love. Mm. All right, please keep on hitting the likes. See what we got. I'm looking for more comments. I want to see what we got. Tentatively right now, I did a video about that, and it should be out already. I did a video about it. It took them long enough. It only took 30 years. He was loud, black, jewelry, but I'm gonna tell the people in the know. The ones who didn't know, he was better than Shannon. He had summer personality. He didn't have Shannon. He had it. He had that swag, but it was low key, like at the joke joint type. But on the field, he was a better player than Shannon, and that's saying something because Shannon Sharp was one of the greatest tight ends ever. But Sterling was a beast, yo. And then, believe me, Brett Favre had been able to keep him, he would have won a couple rings. He was that good. He was right there with Irvin, right there with Rice, right there with anybody that was happening. Andre Reed, anybody you want to mention at that time. He was that nice. But politics involved, and you know, that's the NFL plays stupid games where they must make him wait 30 years. Stupid stuff. He should have been in long ago. These writers and stuff act like you said something about their mama or something. I mean, I don't know. So mm. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got 11 votes in so far. This is great. Great poll, great questions, great show. Glad to have everybody come through today. This is great. Oh yeah, easily, easily, and not even close. Because the semantics, the three-peat, then all he got to do is just win one more ring. After that, if he can get 5 chips, he'd be considered the GOAT player ever. And he's gonna. Let me tell you something. He does this. Then you think about the stats and all the stuff. He's in his own element. Yes, yes. Andy Reid is easily gonna pass Belichick because if he wins, so think about this. He wins this postseason, he's got another ring. Then he goes back into a regular season. So if Andy Reid was just a stat pad for a year or two, he's gonna be moving up the charts as far as all time wins. So when you think about a gang load of rings and all the stuff, yes. Sterling should have been, and Jared Allen should have been, Eric Allen should have been, and that's good for Gates. Yeah, he was. Good tackle too. Spot on. Yeah, he was a beast. It's a good thing that people who remember it can speak on it because a lot of people don't want to even talk about it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Mm, see what we got. So we got. Pick up, the phone. Pick up the phone. I'm live. Hello. So anyway, just doing stuff real quick. Eagles had some defense. They did. 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 They yeah, they just didn't win. That's all. Again, different era, tough era, compartmentalized. You got different situations. That's all. Late 80s, early 90s, they were stacked. They just didn't win. That's why football is tougher. Football is the toughest sport to win, and then I'd say baseball. Because in basketball, you put those kind of teams together, you're gonna win a ring or two. Baseball, eh, no, because he didn't know how to coach offense, and that was when a guy didn't have no idea, he was out his element, and he didn't know what to do with Randall Cunningham. Big difference between Randall Cunningham and Jim McMahon. So, big difference. Big difference. You know. So, but a good call on. I remember when he benched him, and that was pretty horrific. So I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that game like yesterday. Mhm. All right. Yeah, something I was gonna look up. I can't even think. I was trying to see if it came out. All right, let's see if we still got any conversation. I'm going to see if anybody comes through. So I don't want to be on a bit and burn out. So we've been here for a few minutes. I will definitely be back on tomorrow for sure. Just wanted to get on and see if anybody wanted to talk. I'm glad that people came through. I'll definitely back on the live stream tomorrow. See what we got. Appreciate all the views and everybody that came through today. Again, if you don't catch this live, it's also on the podcast that's on here. So I'm putting those videos out. So feel free. I will be putting those out once I do a couple more. I like to do like 2 to 3 live streams a week. So if anybody likes my live streams, feel free to let me know and then I can put them out. So 36% said neither. So that's pretty heavy. So that's splitting it up 64%. So I'll get the whole totality. Okay. So I'll be on for a few more minutes. Appreciate everyone that came through today. Hope that you're having a good day out there, eating good, and more importantly, feeling good, but being healthy though. There's a lot going on. So we just gonna kind of see what we got. Mm. All right. I give it a couple more minutes and then I will carry off. It seems like it kind of, kind of like I ran this course. I appreciate everyone that came through today. Just again, I'm just kind of like reading some things and so we're going to just see what we got. Okay. See if I want to keep it to the exact end. So everybody just kind of came and went all at once. It happens sometimes. But anyway, this will be on the again, this will be on the live stream. I was appreciative of all the people that came through. And sometimes you just get like a certain amount and then it comes and goes. So um appreciate everyone that did stop through. And Thank you immensely. You know, some interesting questions, some observations, and so give it a duration. Again, it was good to have people come through, good feedback. So mm, all right. So I think we're just gonna wrap it up. I'll go round it up to about an hour. And guys, folks came through. And again, if you ever want to do this again, let me know. Totality. I like the names that were mentioned because they were some of the greats. Jerome Brown, Clyde Simmons. I remember that just like Reggie White. Oh, that was crazy. Miles Garrett wants to be traded. I gotta do this one for a future story. So Miles Garrett. So there we go. Okay. So we're gonna call it a day. Appreciate everyone that came through. Thanks the likes, the clicks and everything. And again, if you want to watch this again, and send me a note if you want to do more live streams. So I'm looking forward to it. But hope everyone's having a great blessed day, being healthy, eating well, and whatever you're into, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Till next time I catch you. I look forward to you. Peace. I'm out.